afternoon, and I want to welcome you to the 2016 University of Washington Department of Communication graduation celebration. You guys can be seated. It's all right. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful quad and this beautiful university on a lovely Seattle day. My name is David Domke. I'm a professor here in the Department of Communication. I have a privilege to be the chair of the Department of Communication, which means I get to kind of MC or preside over these ceremonies today, which is really one of the best days of the year. So welcome and thank you all for coming today on this glorious moment of celebration for our graduates. I'm joined up here on the stage by several faculty and staff colleagues from the Department of Communication, and we are pleased to be here with you. This is one of our happiest moments. We get to just watch you celebrate and to join with family and friends. And so today it's a great honor for us to kind of just share in your moment. I'd like to start with two distinct welcomes to folks who are out there among all of you. I'd like to say, first of all, welcome to the graduates today. These are our undergraduate students in the Department of Communication, our master's students, PhD or doctoral students in the Department of Communication. If you are going through the graduation ceremony today as a graduating student in one of those programs, and if you're able to, I'd like to ask you to stand for a moment so that we can join in applause to celebrate your day. Please stand, okay? You have a tassel on your hats. The tassel is worn on the right before graduation, and it's moved to the left after graduation. So it's on the right side now, and I'll have us all in a moment at the end move it to the left at the end of our ceremony. So thank you all. Please be seated, graduates. As a second welcome today, I'd like to welcome the guests of these graduates, the parents, the grandparents, cousins, brothers, sisters, spouses, partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, people who are just stopping by because they're walking through the quad today, all right? I'd like to issue a welcome to all of you on behalf of our faculty and staff in the department. Today is as much your day as it is the graduates' day. It's a great achievement for your son or daughter or your sister or brother, your friend, your partner to graduate from college. But we know, and you know, that for many, many, many of you, you have been a part of the students' lives for a long time, and for whatever length of time you've been there, you've been an important part of the students' lives. You've been in the wings. You've been there worrying, paying bills, listening, providing advice, which sometimes gets listened to. You've been encouraging. You've been cleaning their dishes and doing their laundry. You've been paying more bills. You've been buying them energy drinks. You've been asking them to please eat healthy. And you've been helping them to stand up and pick themselves up when they stumble. And everyone stumbles. We all stumble. If you are here today in support of a graduating student, and if you are able to do so, I'd ask that you stand up at this moment, please. If you are here for a graduating student today, please stand up. For all of you that are here in recognition or honor, support, and joy of a graduating student today, if you want, during the ceremony today, please, by all means, feel free to come up front and take photographs, embarrass the heck out of them, okay? This is your moment, too. And so this space up here is a space for people to congregate during the period of time when students walk across the stage. So please feel absolutely free to do that. This is a landmark day for everyone here, especially for our graduates, but for all of us, and for us too. We are joyed to be able to welcome and launch all of you into the next phase of your life. And I want to talk for just a couple minutes about a kind of way to think about today, a possible way to think about today. In the 1970s, a psychologist by the name of M. Scott Peck wrote a book. The book was titled The Road Less Traveled. This book, The Road Less Traveled, was a monumental bestseller. Huge, popular book. And Peck's focus was on how people build healthy, successful, and fulfilling lives, which is the goal for all of us. Healthy, successful, and fulfilling lives. His argument, Peck's argument in a nutshell, is that people who are healthy, physically and emotionally and intellectually, who are successful and who are fulfilled, have learned, he said, how to engage in what he called everyday acts of courage. Everyday acts of courage. When we think of courage in our culture, or cultures, most of the time we think of the people who display physical courage, bravery in the face of potential physical harm. We think of people such as U.S. military members who stand in harm's way. For all of us who have the honor to go through a ceremony such as this, every year our graduation ceremony falls a few days after two very important dates for the United States: Memorial Day and the June 6th anniversary of D-Day in World War II. On both of these dates, we take time to honor and remember those who have served the United States and all people seeking freedom, displaying great courage. For those of you who have displayed such courage and who are members of the military actively or are veterans, we want to thank you today. Thank you very much. We think also of physical courage in terms of people who run into buildings that are on fire to save people when others are getting out as soon as possible. We think of people who face down cancer, or those who recover from serious injuries, or those who overcome tremendous loss in their lives. In recent years, I've had the privilege with students from the Department of Communication and across campus to go to places where courage, physical, life-on-the-line courage was displayed. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Selma, Alabama, the Black Hills of South Dakota. These are places where genuine, incredible acts of courage were undertaken, and we should never forget those acts of courage and those moments. But the point of Peck, M. Scott Peck in his book, is that there also are day-to-day, moment-by-moment acts of courage. What he calls psychological courage. Such as when we choose compassion over indifference. When bad things happen to other people and we choose to care instead of just saying, hey, glad it's not me. Or when we decide that we won't laugh when someone tells a sexist joke and we say, that isn't funny. Or when we're willing to acknowledge that we were wrong on something important, something we had maybe argued for, but now we're willing to acknowledge and share with someone else that we were wrong. Or when, on a different day, we engage in a public protest in the very same quad we're at today on behalf of certain ideals that we stand for. Those are all moment-by-moment, daily acts of courage, and they change our world for the better. One very real act of psychological courage, one that doesn't tend to be the lead story in any major news outlet, is to make the commitment to go and then to complete a college degree. That is an act of courage for all of us to engage in. Today in the United States, among people 25 or older, just over 25% have completed a bachelor's degree. That's 1 out of every 4 adults in the United States. In the state of Washington, it's about 30% of adults over the age of 25 who have completed a degree, a bachelor's degree, about 1 of every 3 adults. The percentage of people in the United States who have completed a graduate degree is even less, 10%. And of course, if we were to extrapolate these numbers beyond the United States, the numbers would decrease dramatically across the board for all these categories. There are all kinds of reasons, economic, political, cultural, legal, and otherwise, that people don't attend or aren't able to complete college. I'm not able today, or necessarily this isn't the place to go into all of those reasons, but I want you to know that what may feel to you graduates today as just normal, because you've been doing it day after day, month after month, year after year after year after year after year after year, that what you might feel is just normal today is not. It is actually a courageous move. I don't care how much privilege or not you've come from. The reality is that to be here today has taken a lot for you and for your families and friends. It's a courageous move. Whether you're receiving a bachelor's degree, a master's of art degree, a master's of communication, or a doctorate of philosophy, you have done something that distinguishes you. We, and everybody here today, rejoice in this moment with you. It is a big deal. Congratulations. Each year we have a distinguished alumnus of the Department of Communication whom we ask to speak to our graduating class, to offer words of wisdom and encouragement. Not long ago, our alumnus, who will speak in a moment here, was a student like all of our graduates today. He worked hard. He pursued professional connections. He got to know some faculty, took a lot of classes. He bonded with some fellow students and probably got frustrated with others and annoyed some others. That's what the human thing is. When he speaks in a moment, I challenge all of our students to listen to him and say, I want to be someone like him in my own way. When we select a distinguished alumnus of the Department of Communication, we choose people who have accomplished great things in life and have done good things, very good things for the world. To be highly successful in one's professional area is important, and so too is to have made a difference in a positive way in this world. Our 2016 distinguished alumnus, Nate Miles, is such a person. Nate is a pillar of the Seattle and Northwest community, and he is also a great friend of the University of Washington and of the Department of Communication. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Nate. Nathaniel Miles has been a significant leader, or as he's known, Nate Miles, has been a significant leader in the national healthcare, community, and nonprofit sectors for more than 3 decades. And today he's the Vice President of Strategic Initiatives for Eli Lilly and Company. But before then, he was born and raised in Pasco, Washington. And he lived in a Navy Homes federal housing project. Nate's family didn't have a lot of money, I've heard him say, but they had a lot. 2 parents, love, faith, a commitment to education, and determination. A lot of that. His mother was a part-time bus driver and part-time cleaner of homes. One week, she was asked to return to a house that she had just cleaned, and Nate was tagging along with her. The homeowner said to Nate's mother that she had heard Nate's mother praying about finding a way to send Nate to college while she did her cleaning. The homeowner and her husband had discussed it, had talked about it, and they wished to pay for Nate's first year of tuition at college if it was okay with the family. Nate told a colleague of ours, in his words, they made a kid's dream come true that day. I got someone to believe in me, and they did that for me. And so Nate came to the University of Washington. He decided to major in communication, where a professor by the name of Fendel Yerxa caught Nate's attention. In the words of Nate, I didn't do so great in his class the first time, but I liked it so much that I took it again. I've been there, I feel you, Nate. Professor Yerxa, this is still Nate's words, Professor Yerxa brought history to life, and I learned that storytelling can capture people's imaginations and hearts, which is what communication is all about. Nate graduated in 1982 with a bachelor's degree in communication and began to work at Como TV and at the Seattle Medium, the largest African-American owned and operated newspaper in the Pacific Northwest. There, Nate found and nurtured a great passion to invest in and be engaged in his surrounding communities. That purpose has been a driving force in Nate's life ever since. He has had great successes in the areas of media, government, philanthropy, and nonprofit work. And he never forgets or misses an opportunity to invest in the life of another person, especially young people. The list of Nate's community work is long, and you can get a snapshot of that in the program today for this commencement ceremony. And that's just a very abbreviated set of things that Nate has been connected to. In 2014, Nate was inducted into the Department of Communications Alumni Hall of Fame, and this year we selected him as the department's Distinguished Alumnus of 2016. I've had the good fortune to interact with Nate in many contexts, and I have seen him invest hours and hours and hours into young people. He speaks with them, he listens, he laughs with them a lot. He laughs at himself, he kindly corrects them when necessary, and he always inspires. Nate Miles has supported our department, the University of Washington, and education in general in countless ways. Just today, he walked over to this commencement ceremony from a meeting in Gerberding Hall, which is where the administration of this university is at, because he's invested and involved in a set of initiatives there. Nate is passionately committed to our communities and the people and families who live here. Nate is a citizen, a community leader, a mentor, a friend, a professional colleague, and a model for our students. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished communication alumna for 2016, Nate Miles.
Oh, well, thank you. You didn't tell me I got tchotchkes also. Wow. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, and to the department for such a great honor. For a communications guy, I almost don't know what to say. But I'll figure something out. Just hold on. To all of the dignitaries here, to family, friends, alumni, to most importantly the students, one of which is a young lady, last name Schultz. I saw, shout out to Pasco. Where's Kim Schultz? There you go, back there in the back. Yeah, Pasco's in the house. There you go. Pasco's in the house. I just wanted to say that, kind of returning to what David said, communications is very simple to me at its root. Dr. Yerxa used to say, you basically have a sender who has a message they want to get to a receiver. They find the proper channels and they send it there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, all depends. Ask my kids, they'll tell you who I just love and who I just got to say and give a shout out to them, because were it not for a family, all of the stuff David has talked about me doing from a community, I would not be able to do it. So I just want to give a round of applause to my family for missing me some of those nights and me being on the road a lot and being gone, and I just thank them. I can't thank them enough. I look at the students and you have all your tassels on. It's great. You're getting ready to graduate. Some of you will graduate cum laude and summa cum laude. When I got out of here, as he said, my grade point was so low, I graduated thank you, Lordy. That was about the only way I got out of here. But as it relates to communication, really, there is good communication and there's bad communication. Let's just take, for example, two great communicators, Dr. Martin Luther King and Adolf Hitler. Both people would agree were great communicators. Both were exceptional at touching people's emotion. But I think all of us agree that their outcomes were diametrically different. Their motives were diametrically different. They used their gifts for diametrically different reasons. And so as you get ready to go out into the world, you need to ask yourself, you now have been given the gift of communication. Will you be a good communicator and use your communication skills for good? Will you use your communication skills for not so good? Okay? The question really is in your mind, it's in your pen, it's in your keyboard, it's in your voice. You have that opportunity, especially with so many big changes coming about now. It used to be that there were really only the big three television stations, ABC, NBC, and CBS. Now, and they went off at 11 o'clock. I know, look at the young people. 11 o'clock at night, you'd hear the Star Spangled Banner and they'd go off TV, you'd have to go to bed. Now, if you didn't watch Johnny Carson, now there's social media. There's 24-hour news cycles, so you can stay up all night and watch news. You can order stuff on demand. You can do all of these things because media has now taken a different, has made a change. You look at the fairness doctrine, two other big changes that has happened. Look at the fairness doctrine and the equal time rule. These were two FCC rules that said, if you give one candidate, especially in a presidential race, a certain amount of time, you have to give the other candidate an equal amount of time, the equal time rule. That rule was done away with. Can you think, and this is not to take any side on any political deal, I would never do that, especially with David Domke sitting behind me. But can you imagine if all of the candidates that have been running for office during this primary season had been given the same amount of time and treated the same with the same fairness in the media? I think there might be a little bit different look of how that campaign transpired. You think about it. It's the fairness doctrine and the equal time rule, two very big pieces of legislation that affected the communication sector that are no longer there. You know, when I was here, this was a really good school. Jerry Baldesty had laid a great foundation. We had just about everything we needed. Could have used some better cameras at KCTS and some other things, but it was still a great school. With a little TLC and the resources, we could have been a great school. What was needed was just a little leadership. And that reminds me of the 10 Commandments. Did any of you, how many of you, I know it's an old movie and I'm older than most of you, show of hands, how many remember the movie Cecil B. DeMille, The 10 Commandments? Comes on, yeah, there you go. Well, the 10 Commandments, one of the things about the 10 Commandments is in this movie, the Israelites who were enslaved over in Egypt would always get really mad, and they'd say, I'm leaving, and they'd get to the edge of the water and then say, I can't make it, even though on the other side of the Red Sea, they could see the promised land, the land of milk and honey. They'd have it made, but they'd get to the edge of the water and say, there's no way that we can get over there, okay? It's just too hard. Pharaoh's gonna come and get us. And that's when one day, a guy named Moses said, hey, I got this. And he came up there and he said, get behind me. And all of those people got behind him. And most of you remember this is supposedly the miracle. He stretches out his staff, he parts the waters, and everybody looks at it. Most people think that they were going to walk, and those people thought they were, I guess, that they were going to walk across just flat land. But what happened, that wasn't the miracle, as Reverend Hawthorne would say, that's not the shouting moment. The shouting moment was when it parted the sea, they realized that there was a riverbed that you had to go down in and cross. Well, that was all fine, except that when you looked up, you saw a bunch of water. Now remember, you had a school of fish that was swimming, and all of a sudden the sea parted. So half the fish were over here, half the fish were over here. Hey, David, what happened? I don't know. We were swimming there together a minute ago. Now look at us. They didn't know what had happened. And so, as a result, these guys said, Moses said, let's go down, let's go across. All of these people thought, well, wait a minute. They got down there, they could see the land of milk and honey. They could see a dry path across. They could see that Pharaoh was not behind. All they had to do was go across, get some faith, and go across to a better place. But they were so scared, some of them said, I'll just go back and live with what I'm doing and stay where I'm at. And that's what happened here at the school. There were some people who, even though we could have had a great communication school, who thought, you know what, maybe we're okay with just letting it sit there. Maybe we're okay with the buildings, you know, doing what they do. Maybe it's okay not to have the most modern equipment to teach our kids with. And then came Dave Domke, who said, that's okay, I'll lead us across. I'll raise the money. You need money raised? I'll go out and raise money. I'll recruit the right faculty. So he went out, he met with the administration, he motivated the faculty, he listened to the students, he made some adjustments, he secured some new funding. Now today, our school is one of the top communication schools in the country. We take a back seat to nobody. Thanks to President Kaus, that's right. Exactly. Well, not us, not the Huskies, not the University of Washington. I remember when WSU used to say, we got the Murrow School, the Edward R. Murrow School. We're the best. Not today. Get in there and read them and weep. So thanks to President Kaus for fighting for our badly needed resources, to Provost Baldesty for making that student's experience life-changing here at the University of Washington, and thanks to all of you students and parents who stood with us, who at a time when you had all kind of choices, you could go to business school, engineering school, you stayed with the School of Communication. That's why, in large part because of you, we've had over a dozen Pulitzer Prize winners. We got 60 students who have completed the nationally renowned Civil Rights Pilgrimage. Our faculty is sought out for research, quotes, and consultations. Others are trying to copy what we are doing. But we always tell them we are often imitated, but never duplicated, because we are the mighty Huskies of the University of Washington School of Communications. Go! 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 There you go. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you very much, Nate. Let's give Nate Miles another round of appreciation. It's true, we are, and we're thrilled to be one of the best departments of communication or units of communication in the country. And that is a product of all of us, all of the faculty, staff, and students here. You make us better every day. You challenge us. And we're now ready to recognize those students. We're now ready to recognize our 2016 graduates. Are you ready? We will begin first with our Doctor of Philosophy students. Then we will recognize our Master of Communication students. And then we'll finish with our Bachelor of Arts students. All told, we'll have about 350 or so students that will come up here and have their name read and shared, and then walk across the stage and have a photo. And this is the time as we go through this, if anybody wants to come up and take that photo or share that moment, please do. As we do that, I'll be joined by some of our colleagues who will participate and will share in this, and I'll have the chance to shake hands or just celebrate with people coming across the stage. So I'd like to first introduce one of my professor colleagues, Leah Ceccarelli, who will introduce our PhD and Master of Communication and Native Voices students. Professor Ceccarelli, yeah.
Hi. Leilani Nashimi, the graduate program coordinator, is away at a scholarly conference in Japan, as a lot of our faculty are today. So I've agreed to introduce the graduate students to you in her stead, and I'm very happy to do so. These students have worked for so long, so hard. It's really a joy to celebrate their achievement. So these students here are the ones who, when they were sitting where you are sitting today, you newly minted bachelor's degree students, they reflected on their years of toil in the academy. They looked up and they said, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" Those getting doctoral degrees have completed 3 to 4 years of graduate level coursework. They've written a master's thesis, passed an intense general exam, and then spent another couple of years or more producing a dissertation. They've endured at least 3 separate oral defenses of their work, and they've done all of that while teaching classes here. Many of them classes that you bachelor's degree students have taken. And you will all know just how committed these teacher scholars are. In a moment, these graduate students will be asked to come up here to be ritualistically hooded by one of their mentors with a long, colorful loop of fabric like this that hangs around the neck and flows out behind this poofy costume that makes up the professor's regalia. These are expensive costumes and somewhat silly looking, I know. It hardly seems like a commensurate award for all their years of hard work to force these students to dress up like wizards and then parade out in front of all their friends, family, and students, only to then be draped at the end of it with a heavy piece of velvet. So you can think of this as one last test for them to endure, a sort of hazing ritual to initiate them into the society of the professorate. As members of that society, you, doctoral degree owners, are now authorized to continue to build new knowledge, to share that knowledge with others in the classroom and in the broader community. You bear the delightful burden of always learning all there is to know about your chosen subject, of preserving that wisdom for others and passing it along to all of those who follow in your path. Yes, graduates, you may continue always and forever to have some more. Courtney Johnson, whose dissertation title is Not One of Us, WikiLeaks, Glenn Greenwald, and the Boundaries of Professional Journalism in the Digital Age. Her committee chair was Patricia Moy, and Nancy Rivenberg will hood her. Will Mari, his dissertation title is The American Newsroom, A Social History, 1920 to 1960. His committee chair is Richard Kilbowitz, and Richard Kilbowitz will hood him. Christine Mroczek. Her dissertation title is Competing Host Discourses, Appropriation of Australian Aboriginal Culture in the Touristic Border Zones. Her committee chair is Leilani Nishimi, and Relina Joseph will hood her. Has hooded her. I now have the delightful opportunity of introducing you to graduates of the University of Washington's Native Voices Master of Communication degree in documentary filmmaking. Rather than produce a thesis or dissertation that only a handful of professors will read, Native Voices students work for 2 to 3 years to produce films that are screened and used throughout the world. The prestigious Sundance Film Institute recently named 2 Native Voices graduate student films among 10 must-see films about Native Americans. Congratulations to our Native Voices MC graduates. Jacqueline Johnson.
Thank you.
Francesca Hillary.
Let's give another round of applause to our PhD in Native Voices students. That is a long road. I'd like to introduce now Hanson Hossein, who is the director of our Professional Masters of Communication program. Hanson.
Thanks, David. I'd like to take 180 seconds just to tell you about the graduates who are going to cross the stage in a few seconds. On behalf of my colleagues Anita Verna Cross, Lisa Kuchu, and Scott Macklin, who I've had the pleasure to collaborate on, putting together this amazing program. Now, these students, they're professional communicators, and they represent the vanguard of what communication is, as the technology that we all use becomes so pervasive in our lives in this 24/7 communication age. And yet, even just this weekend, we collaborated with leaders from Amazon.com and Facebook to look at how the next wave of technology is going to affect how we connect and how we tell stories. And the first thing that we did was emphasize not how cool this technology is, but really the fundamentals of human connection. Because even as that technology becomes more pervasive and seeps into our collective bloodstreams, it becomes less important. And how we connect to people in meaningful ways really matters. I mean, I'm quite heartened by what Nate Miles has to say. I've known Nate for a number of years. And this notion that communication can either be good or bad. And in fact, the book that we use this year in our program called Geek Heresy really gets to the heart of that by saying, to clear all obstacles, the counterintuitive solution in an age of bountiful technology is to focus on building effective human relationships. Because all technology does is either amplify existing human forces, whether they're good or bad. An example of good is right here in Seattle with our community media, KEXP, KUOW, KPLU, superlative, well-supported organizations that do good. An example of not so good is what we're seeing in the political social media in a federal election year this year, where people don't know how to connect and say decent, meaningful things to each other to be able to further what we need to accomplish in this country. So it's just a good demonstration of where technology and communication are going in this notion of emphasizing human forces. So the folks who belong to our community who are going to walk across the stage right now are fearlessly tackling challenges by creating stories that spark change. And I just exhort all of these amazing people to continue to go into their communities and networks, into their organizations and jobs, and be able to make the change that we all need, using technology, but always emphasizing first and foremost that human relationship. So with that, I'd like to invite my colleague Anita Verna Cross to hand out the diplomas to the graduating students of both the Masters of Communication in Community and Networks and the Master of Communication in Digital Media.
Yes, I will hand them to you. Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations. You're gonna walk in the front. Sifei Liu. Thank you. Wendy Pickerel. Elizabeth Lowry.
Hand it directly to you. Hi, darling. Thank you. So good to see you. So good for you. Thank you.
Shannon Perry. Ruth Howell. Carolina Garza.
Thank you.
Marie Louise Helensberg. Lauren Long. Jillian Reddish. Aditya Das. Shuya Yuan. Harmony Crawford. AJ Pellegrini. Philip Egert. Sheila Guyby. Laura Gomez. Sebastian Sanchez. Annie Huang. Grace Lin Yu Huang. Mingku Huang. Samantha Howdia.
Miss you so much. Congratulations.
Lily Baihe Zhang. Go ahead this way. Wen Song. Zhang Wen.
Thank you so much.
Chris Briantes. Beijun Miao. Yunyun Chen. Marin Hamilton. Kavya Parthasarathi. Kirsten O'Brien. Jill Becker. Alyssa Riddle. Elise Reyna. Joel Nagalnik. Pragya Mita. Matthew McWilliams. Lance Trube.
It's the best.
Kelly Myers.
Please join me in another round of applause for our Masters of Communication graduates. And now for our 2016 Bachelor of Arts graduates. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Professor Relina Joseph, to introduce those students.
Hi, everyone. Well, as you all can imagine, this is a very exciting time to be a communication major. And don't just take my word for it. We are the second largest major at the University of Washington's College of Arts and Sciences and the largest major in the social sciences. We have approximately 800 undergraduate students in our major at any given time, and these students get to experience a vast array of classes. Our undergraduates become fluent in communication theories, concepts, and research inquiry as they study rhetoric, interpersonal communication, political communication, technology, media history, and communication indifference. They become skilled public speakers and sometimes skilled debaters, and you might have seen them flex these skills at Thanksgiving dinner. Our journalism students thrive in rigorous coursework and internships, producing multimedia journalism in the region's vibrant media landscape. Communication undergraduates learn to uncover the often tacit political implications of rhetoric. They study media representations and media interruptions by Latinos, Asian Americans, African Americans, and LGBTQ people. They study abroad in Rome. They get to know their classmates in 20-person seminars and learn how to appreciate the art of a 450-person lecture. And what have they taken away from this dizzying array of classes? So to answer this question, I asked some graduating seniors to boil down for me the one thing they learned from all of their classes, and I want to share some of their responses with you. Laura Robles said that, quote, "It is important to go into our communities and listen to what people have to say so that we can help them share their story truthfully." Cade Tipton told me that he learned, quote, "how much influence the media has in our everyday lives. In the United States, media platforms have been imperative to how we structure, shape, and confine our identities. Communication has given me the analytical tools to understand the positive and negative ways that we are conditioned through media." Darren Langston commented, "The one thing I learned from my communication classes is that every word you say matters just as much as every breath you take. If you want to say something, speak up. If you want to do something, get up. If you want to make a change, make a move." Ashley Wall said, "The top thing I learned from my communication classes is the importance of every single voice around you. Every voice has a unique story to be told, a unique perspective to bring to the table, and is a unique addition to the giant mystery of life around us." Alisa Yamaguchi wrote, "When I took Intro to Comm, I think that was just a starting point when I came to understand the significance and power of mainstream media and its influence on society. Learning about cultural aspects of communication, taking classes that delved into race and identity for African Americans, Asians and Asian Americans, Latinos, Latinas, and even communication aspects of the environment all provided me with essential information that I'm grateful to have been taught." Tina Yoon stated, "The top thing I learned from my communication classes is that communication, both verbal and nonverbal, is a double-edged sword in many ways. It's a powerful tool with which we paint and frame our realities, ideas, products, from marketing to journalism, and whether communicating across gender, socioeconomic status, or cultural, national, and geographic lines. The ability we have to frame our own narratives and those of others puts us in positions of privilege as well as helplessness. The ability to communicate, then, is an incredibly beautiful and compelling gift." Gabby Gore wrote on a personal note, "The top thing I learned from my communication classes is what being a Black woman means to me." Hannah Peoples said, "I learned key tools to properly evaluate and disseminate messages that we are receiving through the media. I also learned about the importance of telling the story of minoritized voices." Finally, and last but not least, Demetrius Lenoir shared, "The top thing I learned from my communication classes was to love and perform my most authentic self, no matter what systems of oppression may try to silence me. In a society when so many people who look like me are told that they are not good enough, and people who love the same way that I do are told that they are a mistake, I have learned that I can use my knowledge and platform to love who I am and show the world that we will not stand in the shadows." It's good, right? Communication has provided me with the tools to be unapologetic about who I am, where I come from, and where I am going. So those are some of the voices of our graduates. Congratulations, undergraduates, on all that you've learned, and thank you for all that you have shared with us. We, your faculty, can't wait to hear about the journeys that you go on. Please stay in touch. So now we can begin the undergraduate procession. Joining me in announcing our graduates will be faculty members Kaylee Cook, Carmen Gonzalez, Andrea Otanas, and Joanne Silberner. And we will begin with our honors undergraduates who undertook a year-long thesis project with a faculty mentor. So first up is Gabby Gore. Gabby is my mentee, and her thesis is titled, How Traditional Black Stereotypes Became Modernized Through the Kardashians.
Thank you.
Darren Langston. Darren is also my mentee, and his thesis is titled Team Light Skinned, Looking Behind the Hashtag, The Light and Dark Sides of an Image. Janice Park. Janice is Professor Nancy Rivenberg's mentee, and her thesis is titled Popularization of K-pop and Cosmetic Surgery. Laura Robles. Laura is Professor Carmen Gonzalez's mentee, and her thesis is titled Using Bilingual Media to Improve Mental Health Awareness, a Community Collaboration. Grace Swanson. Grace is Professor Randy Beam's mentee, and her thesis is titled The Leaky Pipeline Between Female Journalism Students and Female Journalists, Reasons Women Stay and Leave Newsrooms. Holly Thorpe. Holly is Professor Kaylee Cook's mentee, and her thesis is titled The Doors to the Fourth Estate Are Locked, Socioeconomic Barriers to Becoming a Professional Journalist and the Implications of Newsrooms That Lack Economic Diversity. Congratulations. Ashley Walls. Ashley is my mentee, and her thesis is titled The NFL and the No More Domestic Violence Partnership, a Public Service Announcement Study. Elisa Yamaguchi. Elisa's mentor is Professor Andrea Otanes, and her thesis title is If Horses Could Talk, They Would Surely Speak Spanish, Representations of Latinos in U.S. Horse Racing's Racially Stratified Labor Hierarchy. Next up, announcing names, is Professor Kaylee Cook.
Ross Armstrong.
Yeah, shoot.
Hayden Shu.
Knife. Yeah.
Michael Knipe. Lindsay Boisman, excuse me. Shane Lance. Cameron Parker. Nicole Hobble. Claire Groats. Carly Crawford. Alyssa Wall. Amber Valenzuela. Joy Chu. David Ewan. Virginia Hannah Peoples. Vanessa Narosi. Liana Madison. Charlotte Johnson. Brenda Fernandez. Emma Studley. Lydia Yekalimlari.
This is Samantha. You got it.
Samantha Human.
Kate Higginston. Yep. Got it.
Kate Higginston.
Lauren McGeehee. Got it.
Lauren McGeehee.
Emma Reynolds. Easy.
Emma Reynolds. Noelani Gehring.
Erica Schweitzer. Yes, thank you.
Erica Schweitzer.
Just for a sec here.
Selena Lustig. Francesca Costel.
Kristen Hummel.
Kristen Hummel. Katie Larson.
Go, Katie.
Christy Wong. Monica Nash. Haley Kiggins. Ellie Tveit. Sydney Meyer. Kirsten Ritchie. Mackenzie Urquhart. Emily Tomai. Brooke Kaler. Abigail Carlson. Megan Wotherspoon. Amy Absalonson. Erica Lee. Kennedy Reeves. Daylene Grega. Elizabeth Marshall. Vanessa Ranney. Dana Janigan. Eric Lundquist. Tyler Oates. Moo Han Sai. Chen N. Chao. Yen Ju Yang. Yu Cheng. Yishan Chen. Hong Yi Kenneth Chang. Min Yi Ho. Fiona Wong. Helen Young. Okay. Kim Yu. Emily Wan. Joanna Kretsky. Jonathan Cruz. Demetrius Lenore. Isa Call. Kara Bonilla. Raymond Hess. Thomas Newen. Elena Siason. Diana Hahn. Nicole Gutierrez. Rachel Geringer. Courtney Columbro. Julie Levine. Marissa Frazier. Kimberly Glass. Jessica Johnson.
Yeah, that's right.
Mackenzie Kruger. Cardinal Scruggs. Sana Sahra Khan. Alexis Jensen. Alexa Hauk. Lindsay Lee.
Allison Benninga.
Allison Benninga.
Mariah Sonstey. Yep.
Mariah Sonstely. Xuan Liu. An Chi Yuan. Riley Xu. Sasha Lee. Sunday Lee. Kei Liu. Aigeen Gorbani.
Lauren Michelle Brown.
Lauren Michelle Brown. Lauren Belfer. Chloe Elise Martin. Jennifer Marie Miller. Catherine Elizabeth Broxson. Blake Elizabeth Crossan. Michelle Bross.
Chadwell.
Callie Chadwell.
Blake Bodden. I know.
Taylor Bodden.
Sabrina Otness? Yes.
Sabrina Otness. Elizabeth Wilson.
Get it! Woo! Yes.
Laura Rickey. Annika Curran. Taylor Jones.
Jake Flanagan? Stand right here.
Jake Flanagan.
Justin Rickenberg? Richenberg.
Justin Richenberg.
Danny McLaughlin?
Danny McLaughlin. Jonathan Sanders. Ingja Gu. Paulina Park. Tracy Emma Hunter. Courtney Bell. Kyla Stanglin. Che Kapili. Rachel Dobson. Stephanie Mai. Victoria Lau. Melanda Zoe. C. Chen. Hikalu Nagata. Karen Sung. Elena Dussler. Molly Valerio. Heather McBreen. Ted Lee. Courtney Thompson. Sarah Doherty. Grace Spores. Allison Barstow. Teresa Tung. Dane Gilbertson.
Riley Michael.
Riley Michael. Corinne Andress.
Let's go, Casey!
When you're ready, my dear.
Sterling Reeves.
That's it.
Sterling Reeves.
Haley Monson. Lauren Zender. Carly Vella. Trent Casey. Yunyi Liao. Annalise Quach.
You just want Sade.
Sade Britt.
Nicole Collier. Just once, Nicole? Yes.
Nicole Collier. Lucille Mai. Stephanie Z. Melissa Bell Tran. Monica May Lynn Tron. Daniel Zeng. Charles Strom Jr. Brittany Yang. Jeff Kwok. Yutong Zhang. Andy Wynn. Olivia Cho. Vincent Nguyen. Bryce Dickerson. Chloe Moonjung Kim. Ariana Kopek. Ayame Shode. Ishwarya Rajendran. Neha Surat. Nicholas Ajeris. Cole Blower. John Obernesser. Holden Telfor. Holly Fode.
Thank you.
Emily Schwartz. Taylor Cole.
I have to slow down. I was going too fast.
Lauren Reisfeld. Lucia Benninger. Katie Wall. Beverly Groot. Jason Eastling. Colin Wong. Yevi Ren.
Shujun Wei?
Shujun Wei. Lauren Larget.
I was going too fast.
George Gomez Jr. Raina Stackhouse. Seth Halloran. Megan Herndon. Elle Bloom.
Lundgren, right?
Brent Lundgren.
Yushwen Ting? Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Yushwen Ting. Audrey Leo. Stephanie Sarah King. Sam Daniel Choi.
Natalia Subagia. Okay.
Natania Subago. Subagayo. Clarissa Liu. Monica Chan. Raymond Liu.
Daniel Cohen.
Daniel Cohen.
Young Angela Guak. Young Angela Guak.
Young Angela Guak. Tina Yoon. Nick Tweitmeyer.
Hi, thank you.
Jordan Anderton. Gabriella Neal. Ashley McEwen.
Thank you.
Kayla Roberts. Lindsay Sterling.
Fresh shower. Kelly?
Kelly Freshour.
Kate Lennon? Yeah.
Caitlin Lennon.
Love you, Clinton.
Mindy Kim.
Mine are switched. Tracy Wright?
Tracy Wright.
Christopher Zupin.
Zupin, got it.
Christopher Zuthin. Shelby Grant.
Casey Johnson.
Casey Johnson.
Sorry, I didn't spell it phonetically. Lindsay Lorraine? Yes.
Lindsay Lorraine.
Yan Chung? Yes.
Yen Chung.
Last one. Mohiku? Mohica.
Dennis Mojica.
Do your name?
Louis Tan Vital. Melanie Ministerio. Beatrice Flacci. Colby Foss. Hitae Yang. Dahai Kim. Jian Yun. Jen Lin.
Congratulations. Wei Chen.
Wei Chen.
Professor K. I don't have to take tomorrow's final, right? Great.
I'll let you know when you get to Domke.
Izumi Hansen.
I am Mohoho.
Aya Muhauhau.
Hi, Kristen Jensen.
Kristen Jensen. Evan Kofer. Yicheng Wang. Eric Kim.
Do your last name? Kate Mariah.
Kate Mariah. Winnie Wong. Ibo Liu.
I'm Ivan. First name? Nicole. Hey. Good to see you. You too.
Nicole Einbinder. Catherine Altina.
Good to see you. Congratulations.
Kate Clark. Rachel Novotny. Michelle Blumenkrantz. Madeline Graham.
Congratulations.
Adam Thrall.
Got it.
Emily Mearhead. Andrea Rocha. Sheila McClung. Stephanie Gunawan.
Gracia Wijoja.
Gracia Wijoja. Natasha Holland.
Do your last name.
Katrina Odfina.
Fagerness.
Blair Fagerness. Charlie Ann Hauser. Sergio Sanchez. Scotty Lee. Jacqueline Ramirez. Sarah Manti.
Do your last name, Lucas? Carlina Lukes.
Carlina Lukes. Harold William Baker III.
Do it.
Emiko Hope. Kira Baker. Monica Sobolewski. Victoria Zhu.
Do your first name? Marina.
Marina Hong.
It's Delaney.
Got it.
Samuel Taylor Delaney.
Congratulations. Do it. Young J. Chloe. And do you want them all? Yes.
Young Jae Chloe Na.
Congratulations.
Jinghang Wang.
Jeanette S. Maxino.
Jeanette S. Maxino. Trevor Cronin.
John Michael Larson.
You can do it. Congratulations.
John Michael Larson.
Let's go, Jan. Oops, so sorry.
Ulina Vang.
What about this part? That's Zishuan Lu.
Zishuan Liu. Kimberly Yano.
John, yes.
James Junn.
There you go. David McIlvain. Got it.
David McIlvain. Melissa Fang. Jake Anderson. Monet Armijo Hampton. Erin Murray. Catherine Smith. Parisa Imam. Paige Snyder. Nicole Harris.
Cade Ray Tipton.
Cade Ray Tipton. Derek Dagry Jr. Alexis Ashley. Andrew Prentice.
Do you first?
Eliane Douglas Miran. Miranda Rawlings. Justice McGraw. Do it.
Panaka Tyson.
Panaka Tyson. Brittany Bennett. Josephine Bosserman. Alex Nesbitt. Andrea Miller. Yay. Jennifer Karami. Randy Salgado. Daria Krupodarova. Congratulations. Marty Schott. Claire McGrain.
FaceTiming my sister.
Bree Riley. Ripley. Oh my God. Bree Ripley. Alice Bell.
I don't have my card.
I can do you, Sharaya. Sharaya Lane. Joseph Colin Denton. Jane Coe.
Urmel Gajera.
Gajera.
Urmel Gajera.
Urmil Gajera. Diana Lopez. Sarah Bornstead. Sheyung Chen. Thank you. Kawai Lei.
Ivy Dan Xiao Meng Huang. It's a really long. Dan Xiao Meng Huang. Ivy Dan Xiao.
Ivy Don Shawem Wang. Michelle Liu. Yeji Claire Cho. Jisoo Moon. Sarah Tahir. Spencer Lestiadi. What's your last name? Wendy Suvias. Michelle Hemi Cha. Minji Wu.
Joyce Hoying Kim. Joyce Hoying Kim.
Joyce Hoye Kien. Judy Tintong Young. Shinny Young. Jody Hung. Laura Beth. Vivian Hung. Emily Wolf. Katrina Dela Cruz.
Min Van Lee.
It's okay. We're officially out of things, okay? But they're not your diplomas, all right? They're not. So we're going to take pictures with them, but I can't give them to you, okay? We had more people turn out than we expected, so sorry.
Where's the printer?
Really?
Min Van Lee.
Thank you. Min Van Lee. Amy Lay.
Rosita Mohammed.
Rosita Hamethno. Emily Johnson. Zach Sokolowski. Howen Chen.
All right.
Do you last name?
Yuhan Tsai.
Yes, sure is. Chi-Yun Stephen Peng. Yes, correct.
Chuyun Stephen Peng. Sydney Friend Sifferman. Katie Decker. Evan Pulse. Shimin Fei. Shu Ting Wang. Congratulations. Yanan Zhang.
Chantel Gunter.
Chantel Gunter.
Anakin Fong. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you.
Anakin Fung. Candice Kwan.
Phoebe Poon.
Phoebe Poon.
Gary Sim.
Gary Sun.
We didn't get one. I don't have one either. But you were impressed, though.
Christina Acuna.
Karina Mazakina. Thank you.
Karina Mazakina.
think the party's over. Let's give one more round of applause and celebration for our 2016 graduates.